Good afternoon, everybody. Let's try again, shall we, on this thing here. Just back into the office, been a long day, a couple of meetings and so on, and really haven't had much time to get things out on social media platforms, Telegram, WhatsApps. So apologies if I've missed any of your messages, haven't responded in a timely manner. So apologies for that. Wanted just to clarify a few things and update you on where we're at on some of the key things, which I know is on everybody's minds there. I'm in London, 8th of March, Friday, I think it's 2 p.m. We've got a general meeting to approve the takeover waiver 9 application, which is needed in regards to the facilities we've done with Q Global Commodities through their related entity AUO. That's shareholder meetings on the 8th of March. I'll be in London from the 5th through to the 9th. Okay, on the 7th we'll be doing a Q&A shareholder meeting. The location in London yet to be determined, but we'll get that moving. And hopefully that'll give people the opportunity to catch up with me face to face, ask questions. It will just be an informal cocktail reception, drinks, sandwiches, whatever, somewhere in the city or the West End. Like I said, I'll let you know exactly when we'll do that. As I said, the general meeting on the 8th is to approve the facility to Q Global Commodities and the waiver 9 application, which is to allow them to proceed, but not to force a compulsory takeover, given that they're going to go over 29%. So hopefully that'll go through on the 8th of March, and they will then take their position on the shareholder register and become the company's largest shareholder. It's anticipated that Quinton will then also be joining the board. Okay, that's a material document. We had a verification notes over 70 pages from the lawyers, which we've needed to sign off as directors. We're just chasing up 2 of the other directors, the one in Zimbabwe, Munya, and Hannah, who's actually in Ghana at the moment, just to sign off on that. Once that's signed off, then that will be released. We anticipate that'll be released tomorrow, given plenty of notice ahead of the general meeting on the 8th. That's effectively a prospectus. It's required a lot of work. I think it's a 43-page meeting circular, and it also forms the brunt of the prospectus for the main board listing document. Okay, so that goes out. We've not been able to release any, call it material announcements, whilst that's been finalized over the past few days. Once that's out and ahead of the meeting, we'll be putting out a series of other announcements which you're all aware are coming, but which really are quite material to the business going forward. And this relates to a number of new acquisitions, acquisitions of strategic assets in Southern Africa, and producing assets here in East Africa, and ones which cement our position, particularly here in Kenya, ahead of our listing on the NSE. Okay, let's get the elephant in the room addressed, the offtake. The offtake terms have been agreed with a key major global trading party. They've been agreed for some time. They've been signed off by our board, by Marula. We've made that clear in the RNS that we put out just before Christmas. And look, we were expecting that to be done months ago. To be honest, it was expected to be done months ago. That was what was advised to us. And that followed a very thorough due diligence, independent testing and assessment of exactly what was going on at the Blesberg operation. The transaction, like I say, is with a major global commodities group, one that QGC are very much involved with through their coal business, and one where clearly Quinton has a lot of leverage to get this finalised. It is with them to finalise, to sign, and you know, the frustration that it is taking this amount of time is causing me it's a pain in the ass, guys. We all want it done. We all want it done. But to be clear, I could have signed half a dozen other offtake agreements in the past month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. But this is a very key party, and one which I think is going to be strategically important for us going forward. As we develop our copper mines, as we develop our graphite mines, our nickel mines, our manganese mines, all of these mining operations, which I think they will play a key part of in terms of offtake and marketing of that product. So with that in mind, that's why we've continued to wait and work with these guys. It's important that you're guilty by association with these guys. They are big. They have the global reach. They provide us with confidence that as a European-based trading group, they share these same ethics, the same goals as us, which is why we pushed it. Saying that, we've been approached by numerous other parties. Just in mining in Durban, I met with one of Korea's largest companies that have got 2 battery manufacturing facilities in Korea. They've been looking for product to go and feed into their hydroxide plant or their plants for hydroxide. They want to do a processing partnership in South Africa to be able to essentially produce the material specifically for those plants. Am I progressing those discussions? Of course I am. But our priority remains with the trading group out of Europe. We clearly want that done soon. Clearly I wanted it done last month. And I'm literally just sent another WhatsApp, just got a call coming up now with Quinton to go through and find out exactly where that's at and how quickly we can get it done. We all know it's important, but it is not going to stop us from selling our product if it's not done in the next week or 2 or 3 or 4. The reality is that we've got a product that is in demand, irrespective of where the prices are at the moment with spodumene prices. That product is still in demand, and there are still people searching high and low to find product which isn't encumbered or already pledged to other offtake parties. So we've got a lot of avenues open to us. We're not going down that route though, because that's like if you're driving around in a freaking Mercedes, you don't jump into a freaking Ford Escort. Okay, you've got to stay focused, and that's what we're doing. And I know it's causing people angst and concern that it's taking so long, but believe me, it's going to be worth it. Okay, so that's the offtake. The listings. NSE. We've met with the NSE. We've met with the CMA, which is the equivalent of the FCA over here in Kenya. We've got our advisors, Fader Investment Bank, Rena Hicks there. We were moving towards a listing. I think it was the 21st, 22nd of this month. That's what Jeff Adundo, the CEO of the NSE, wants us to do. I actually don't think we'll have everything lined up by then. I think it's going to be end of this month, stroke the first week of March at the latest. Hold me to that, guys. You're always good at holding me to dates, but that's what I'm led to believe given where they're at. We are keen to get this done. We are keen to get things moving. And I think the NSE listing as that first dual listing will really have a material effect on our business there. We've got everything lined up. It's now just the final process with them. With the NSE, we're going to be the first mining company to list on the NSE, one of the first dual listed companies there. There's clearly a lot of interest in what we're doing. I was at an Invest Africa launch last night here, met multiple people. Again, they're aware of us being on the NSE. I did some media there last night, and hopefully there's some articles coming out today, tomorrow here in Kenya on that. We've got a lot of political support to get that going, and it's a major commitment to the region and to what we're trying to do. So very excited about that, and that'll be the first one done. Okay, that'll get that thing through. If we can get it through in the next couple of weeks before the end of February, massive result. Okay, because I actually think that'll work and work out very well. Pretty much straight after that, we'll be doing the JSE, because the NSE gives us almost call it like a fast track onto the JSE, given the recognition of the NSE as a global world exchange. So the JSE will move very quickly from there, and with the JSE and with the South African listings, you obviously see what I believe will be a major plus for us, given the support that Quinton has in South Africa from a number of investment groups, family offices, and so on. So I expect the JSE to have a very material impact on what we do, and I think you'll have a fair few shareholders getting involved out of South Africa in our business. So excited about the JSE. The LSE, again, we've got to have the general meeting on the 8th of March. That triggers the issuance of the shares to Quinton, and believe me, they're long-term holders of stock. You've seen them. You've seen Quinton talk about this. You've seen his plans, what he wants to see Marula become. They're long-term holders. Those shares ain't going anywhere. But those shares, and where I think we'll be based upon number of upcoming announcements, will get us over the minimum threshold there of £30 million. And I'm adamant, I'm confident that we'll get that there. So in regards to the main board listing, as I said, the meeting circular that's going to be released tomorrow, I expect, is the backbone of a lot of the stuff which goes into that prospectus. E&S report done, MSA report done, working capital, I think Safri's have pretty much finalised all but one small part of the working capital. So that is ready. It goes NSE, JSE, main board listing. All done this quarter. 3 listings of the company in the 3 key areas that we operate in. And I think that will seriously have an impact on where we're going. Aquis has been fantastic for it. We've outgrown it. Simple as. We need to make it easier for shareholders to invest. We need to get the broader market coverage, the broader market acceptance of what we're doing. So that'll push ahead. Guys, I know it's overdue. I know it's late. But one key thing I just want to clarify on that about prospectus is when you lodge a prospectus, and we've had this with our advisors, there's got to have been no material changes to the status of the company before you lodge a prospectus. That's caused us no end of problems because of the rapid progress we've made at Blaisberg with the operations there, with the drill programs, with the exploration programs, with the XRF getting to site and all the stuff going on there. So that's meant that's had to be updated. Likewise with the results out of Canusi, the results we're due to get shortly from Nuri Green. We need to make sure that the prospectus is the most up-to-date assessment of where we're at. And I guess we've also wanted to make sure that we're getting best value when we lodge that prospectus. So that prospectus will go out, and I think you'll see a flurry of activity following the general meeting, the approval of the QGC/AGO facilities, and they then can move ahead and wrap everything up. We can then wrap everything up with the LSE listing this quarter. So 3 new listings for the company this quarter. Again, guys, hold me to account for that. Those are the dates. That's what's going to happen. And at the moment, there's nothing that's going to stop us from achieving that. Okay. Other activities we've been going on. Obviously, I was down in South Africa. A number of new opportunities which came along. A number of agreements put in place for other strategic assets which meet our criteria in Southern Africa. Back here in Kenya, there was a number of visits before I went down to Indaba, and those transactions will hopefully come through very, very quickly. Literally, my meetings today, aside from, I had to go to the hospital earlier, aside from that, meeting up in Karen here, just 30 minutes from the city, just sorting out a transaction there on a producing asset. So let's see how quickly we can get that announced, how quickly we can get all these discussions in place. Okay, so again, very confident about the next couple of weeks and what's to be released and the progress there. There's a lot happening. There's always a lot happening with us, guys. And if we're not getting the RNSs out soon enough, guys, believe me, we want them out. They serve no purpose sitting on the desktop of our computers. Okay. But before we release RNSs, there's a whole verification process which we have with our advisors. We don't just draft them. We draft them, then we have to provide all the supporting documentation. If we're coming out with exploration results, they want to see the whole database. If we're coming out with a transaction and acquisition, we have to provide them with the full term sheet, with the KYC documents for the various parties that we're getting involved with. So it's a very thorough process, okay? And then, of course, you get the editing of the RNS, which bugs the hell out of me because you're getting grammar corrected and so on. But it means we get it out there. And we are certainly working on a few of them. As part of our growth, there's clearly been constant changes to our executive structure, key people coming in and so on. And, there's other key appointments both in South Africa at the Blaisberg mine and here in Nairobi from a geological point of view to expand our capabilities there. So that's all in process. There'll be news coming out on that, of course. The graphite, Nuri Green, Geofields report, I'm pushing to get that initial report from them so we can actually get those those findings out, which I'm very excited about. Clearly, we've gone over the past several months from 10 mining licenses to 27, so you know that our focus is there. Look, I think that's pretty much it. The copper, the next phase of work there, the processing plant and everything, we're busy doing updates there, looking at consolidating our position around Canusi in the same way we've done at the graphite and Yuri. So pushing on that front. So I think that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know if this works. These kind of short, sharp, 1 minute long kind of updates. It's much easier than typing, believe me. But look, I'm happy to keep talking, provide updates. I want to do a Zoom call with everybody, open to everybody. That will be next week. It won't be tomorrow, it won't be Friday, it won't be the weekend. It'll probably be towards the middle of next week by the time a load of the news drops. So you'll get details of that. Let's see how it progresses. But yeah, look, clearly I'm excited, clearly I'm aggressive, clearly I'm disappointed and frustrated because things don't move as fast as any of us want. Believe me, I wish I could get lawyers to move faster because you pay for them by the hour. I wish we could get trading groups to sign off on things they'd agreed months ago. I can't make them move any faster than their own internal processes. But no, I'm excited about the future. As I said, I'm excited about the future. But look, one thing, I'll be honest, that bugs the crap out of me, guys. I'll take criticism, by all means, I'll take it. But please be constructive, guys. Don't give me a quick one-liner and expect me to respond. Guys, I'll respond to most things. I'll get on the phone to anyone. Literally, I will get on the phone to anyone and I will talk you through. And you can take that with a pinch of salt. You're fully entitled to do that. But guys, you've got an opportunity here to speak to the CEO at any time. My WhatsApp number is there. So you can literally get all of this and speak to me and so on. So please do. With that, I'm going to finish and hopefully, this works for you. You got the update straight from me. You can see me here in the office working. Hopefully we get it all done. Okay? Thanks, guys.